On today's episode, we're going to talk about why there's so many advantages to using a mortgage broker, and it's not just about rate. Hey guys, in this episode I want to have a quick talk about why I think there's so many different advantages to using a mortgage broker, and it's not just about rate. You see, I find that we're in a bit of a weird trend right now where everyone talks about the value of a mortgage broker because we're just going to get a lower rate than your bank. Well, that's super important, don't get me wrong, I want you guys saving money. I think there's so many other advantages that maybe get overlooked, and for those of you that have never used a mortgage broker and you're thinking about using one for the first time, I think this is a really good chance to just kind of shed some light on the situation. So we'll start with number one. Number one is you want professional advice by somebody that specializes in mortgages. I heard a great example one time by somebody that said, if you want the best birthday cake, you're not going to just go to a grocery store. Sure, grocery stores sell cake, but they're just generic cakes that they pump out, right? If you want a perfect cake, you're going to go to a baker. Well, it's no different with a mortgage broker. Sure, banks and credit unions do mortgages, but they also do everything else. That one person you're sitting with has to handle account openings, they have to handle loans, credit cards, credit lines, investments, mutual funds, you name it. And then they also dabble in mortgages. So I say point number one is make sure you're coming to a professional. All we do is mortgages. That is our wheelhouse. That is the only thing we focus on, and I'm willing to bet that our expertise outweighs anyone else in the market. Number two is working your way on your hours. You see, as a mortgage broker, we're all basically independent contractors. We work on your schedule, not the bank's. So if you work late hours, let's say you don't get off till 7 o'clock, that's no problem. If you need to meet on weekends, it's no problem at all. Let's face it, bank hours are 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. Sure, there's some banks that are open on Saturdays so you can go deposit checks, but I find that more and more of them don't actually offer any lending on the weekends. A mortgage broker, we work your way, your schedule. Now, meeting your way on your schedule actually leads me to point number three. We save you time. Not only do we work on your schedule, but we also save you time. If you want to, have you ever tried negotiating with a bank? First of all, that's an uphill battle. Now imagine if you wanted 3 or 4 different opinions. That's 3 or 4 different 1-hour appointments during 9 to 5. So you're going to take time off your job, you're going to use a vacation day to try to knock this all out in one day, only to basically not get the rate you were looking for in the first place? It's BS. Nobody would do that. So as a mortgage broker, we have over 30 different lenders that we have access to. And what does that mean? When we do an application with you guys, we have them compete for your business. We find out what's important for you in a mortgage. Maybe you want prepayment options, maybe you need payment flexibility or creative payment frequencies, but 9 times out of 10, it's a low rate. And you could try and do it yourself, and I applaud you if you do, but you can also hire someone and have them negotiate with lenders on your behalf. And when banks start competing for your business, that's where you really, really save some money. Which, of course, saving money is number 4. When banks are competing for your business, we're able to offer lower rates, and you're definitely going to end up getting lower rates than your local bank. It's just the way it is. Not only that, being a larger mortgage brokerage, cheap plug, one of the biggest brokerages in Manitoba, sorry, little independent mortgage brokers, but for those of you watching, that's where you want to make sure you're dealing with a bigger brokerage. The more volume that a brokerage sends to a lender, the lower discounted rates we're able to offer. So for you small little independent guys, don't worry. You can always, we'll talk after this. You can look at working here if you want to. But for the consumer watching this, you definitely want to deal with us. We're going to save you money. And then finally, number 5, all of this sounded amazing. I know I've completely sold you on the idea. You're like, I can't wait to pick up the phone and call a mortgage broker. The best part, the cherry on top, is our services are completely free. We get a finder's fee from whichever lender we end up placing your mortgage with. It's no different than going to an insurance company and getting house insurance. You don't pay the insurance company to get house insurance. You don't pay them a fee for that. They get a finder's fee from whichever insurance company ends up getting your policy. It's no different in this case. So we save you time, we save you stress, we save you money, and it's free. Is there anything else I could add? I don't think so. Thanks very much, guys. We'll see you next time.